The Thai military is strengthening its grip on the nation one day after declaring a coup. The constitution has been suspended and the anti-government demonstrations have been halted after 6 months of disruption. Pachari Raksawan in Bangkok is following the story. Pachari, good evening.
Good evening, Keiichi. The military summoned more than 150 people on Friday. They included ousted Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra, her relatives, cabinet ministers and the leaders of the anti-government camp. Yingluck reported to a military compound in Bangkok. The armed forces haven't explained why the former Prime Minister was summoned, but a government source told NHK they want to make sure she will not put up any resistance. The military commanders have banned the 155 individuals from leaving Thailand. The armed forces have also prohibited gatherings of more than 5 people. The protesters have ended their demonstrations and meetings, at least for now. They left the venues in vehicles sent by the army. And the main camps of the anti-government protesters have been cleared away. TV and radio stations suspended their regular programming when the coup was declared and only broadcast material provided by the army. But some channels were allowed to go back on air a little after 6 p.m. local time on Friday. The military has imposed a nationwide curfew from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. since Thursday. There is an air of caution in much of the Thai capital. Business owners are worried about the impact of the curfew. Some restaurants have cut their opening hours. Former Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra and his loyalist governments put priority on measures to help poor people in the heavily populated north and northeast. These regions have been left behind by economic growth. The pro-Thaksin side hasn't lost a single election since 2001. The anti-Thaksin group is mainly supported by the middle class in Bangkok and other large cities. These people accuse Thaksin and his loyalists of buying those elections and wasting taxpayers' money to hang on to power. The confrontation between the two factions has continued for more than 10 years. The Thai military has seized power in a bloodless coup, saying it wants to ensure security. What are the men in uniform planning to do next? NHK World Strategy Rakausan reports.
The Thai military has staged coups on a number of occasions over the decades. Now again, they've made a controversial decision to reset Thai politics. After imposing martial law, the armed forces assembled members of the pro- and anti-Thaksin camps on Wednesday and Thursday and urged them to begin dialogue. A source close to the meeting says General Prayut Chan-o-cha wanted the cabinet ministers to resign, but decided to stage a coup after they rejected his demand. The anti-government protests had escalated since November. The turmoil has disrupted people's daily lives and the country's economy. The impact on tourism has been especially severe. The main camp occupied by demonstrators has been cleared away. Some Thais are praising the military for restoring order, while others have doubts.
I don't support the coup.
I think security has improved since the demonstrations were stopped.
But the military rulers are also well aware of the harsh criticism from the U.S. and other countries. The coup is likely to have serious economic consequences if Thailand remains under martial law for an extended period. The armed forces will have to quickly enact a new constitution and select a prime minister, just like they did after the last coup 8 years ago.
The military must begin to think about exit strategy, beginning to return Thailand to democracy. The pressure put on a society like this cannot be held on too long. In the longer term, the military needs to leave.
The timing of the election and how it is carried out will be critical for the resumption of civilian rule. A lower house election was planned for July because the one scheduled for February was disrupted by protesters and nullified by a court.
It could take months at least, if not years, to return to a full, functioning democracy. With elections, I presume that all elections are now off until the new constitution is drafted. So drafting the constitution will take quite some time. You have to have an assembly to draft the constitution. And that itself usually takes 6 months to a year.
The members of the pro-Thaksin camp think an early election will give them an advantage. But any miscalculation in the timing could quickly spark a backlash from either side. The people of Thailand are anxiously waiting for the decisions that will be crucial for their country's future. Tra Thirakaosan, NHK World, Bangkok.
That's it for our update. I'm Pachari Raksawong in Bangkok.
Thank you, Pachari. NHK World's TV broadcast in Thailand has been temporarily suspended due to the media restriction. But we will continue to bring news to people in Thailand on shortwave radio. NHK has also started an emergency 24-hour shortwave radio broadcast in Japanese. Information about the radio program can be found on the website at the bottom of the screen.